Joe. Welcome back. Today I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm having one of my badder days today. So I'm actually not drinking coffee. I'm drinking tea. So it's Raspberry Thriller PC brand. And I'm drinking this really cute mug that I got from our honeymoon. It's one of my favorites. So yeah. Woo! I'm not a tea drinker, so I didn't realize how hot it gets right away. I'm gonna put that down for a bit. Okay, so first off, I just want to start off by saying thank you everyone so much for all the positive reviews and support on this. I was so nervous to start this. You have no idea. It's been on my mind for over a year, and I had nothing but support. I had so many likes. I had a few shares. I had lots of comments from people that I haven't spoken to in years, people who talk to me daily. It was amazing. So I just want to thank you guys so much for all the positive reviews. Yeah, it's been an incredible week. Ever since I started this, I've just been feeling, even on my bad days, the last few days, I've just been feeling a little more uplifted and stuff like that, just knowing all the support that is out there for me. So thank you again. I'm gonna start doing something every episode. I'm gonna do highs and lows and what I'm looking forward to. So between the last episode that I filmed and then the next episode, I'm gonna do a high of the week, a low of the week, and what I'm looking forward to in the next week. So I'll start off with my highs. So my high this week was probably taking down the Christmas tree. Most people are like, what? You already took it down? We took it down 2 days after Christmas, just because we moved in here in October and we didn't know where anything was gonna go, and I just never really got to set up my apartment the way I wanted it to. Hi, Frankie. This is Frankie, everybody, my new kitty. Yeah, so I got to, what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, so setting up or taking down the tree, and I got to set up the apartment the way I wanted it to, and honestly, I love it. I was super stressed before because everything was so cluttered and stuff. Now that the tree's down and I have my aesthetic going, I really like it. So yeah, we got to do that this week, and that was super fun. My low was from Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today have probably been a few rough days. Today, out of the 4 rough days, is probably my best day. But I just have been so tired. I've been napping all day basically and sleeping, and that happens. So I'll notice I'll have like a really good high for like I'll be very good for like a few weeks, and then all of a sudden I'll just get this low and it'll last a few days, and those lows are really sucky. Like, I am super tired, I can't do anything, I'm sore all over, and this is not COVID related, this is head related because this has been going on since before COVID. So it just really sucks, and I still haven't been able to figure out the triggers yet, even though it's been over a year for this. But yeah, so that's been kind of a low. I am looking forward to an appointment I have next week, Tuesday. It is with one of my specialists. I don't remember if it's the neuro-ophthalmologist or the neuroconcussion specialist, but that's already the beginning of finding out what was wrong with me. So I'm very excited for that, and I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that this time we'll actually figure out what's wrong with me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. There hasn't been much of an update over the last week, just that I've been having a rough couple last few days, but other than that, yeah. So this video, what I'm going to talk about is my symptoms that I had at the very beginning, and what my symptoms are now, what has changed, what has gotten better, what has gotten worse. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And then, as well as, because it's New Year's Day, I'm going to talk about a few New Year's resolutions that I have, as well as me and Steve, and resolutions that we have together as a couple. So I'm going to start off at the very beginning. The big obvious symptom that I had throughout all this was my dizziness. It was so bad. I literally laid on the couch every single day. I would move from my bed to the couch. Sometimes I wouldn't even move from my bed. Sometimes I would stay on the bed for a few days. And it would feel absolutely disgusting. And then I would move to the couch and just lie there because I literally could not do anything. It was so bad. And that lasted for months. And even when people came over, like, I would have to just sit there. And I loved the company, but I just felt bad because, like, I would just sit there and they would just talk and I would just kind of listen and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't contribute, and they would do things for me around the house and all that stuff, which I appreciated. But I just felt bad because everyone was doing everything for me and I couldn't do anything at all. So that was the biggest symptom of all. Another symptom that came along with that is not being able to read at all. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like the letters and everything just kind of jumbles together and everything becomes very blurry and kind of one big blob when I'm trying to read. So that sucks. Another symptom that I had was not being able to sleep at all. I went months and months without being able to sleep. I would wake up every 10-15 minutes because I was dizzy. I couldn't turn in bed, and then when I was asleep, and like you can't really like control yourself, so then I would turn and then I would wake up dizzy, and then I would have to sit up, and it'd be like an hour before I fell back to sleep. So it was just constant. And with that dizziness came nausea as well. So I was always nauseous. I had really no appetite. And yeah, it was bad, and I couldn't do anything around the house. It would take me, if I wanted to make the bed one day, it would take me like an hour to make the bed because I would like fluff the pillows and then I would be out of breath. So I would have to sit down for like 5-10 minutes. And then I would pull the covers over and I'd be out of breath. So I'd have to sit down for like 5 or 10 minutes. And the process just kept on going and it was really bad. And after, I would wake up every day and my goal would be like, I'm gonna shower today. Like that was my goal for the day, was showering, because that's how much energy it took to do anything. So it was really difficult. Another symptom was memory loss. And it's more like working memory. So it's not like memories that I have. So like I remember like what happened, like an event that happened last week or stuff like that. It's more if something's happening in the moment and I get distracted or something, like that's it. It's gone and I won't remember what happened in that moment. And that happens to me so often. Another symptom is not being able to multitask. I can only do one thing at a time. So like, for example, if I'm like watching TV and Steve is talking to me, either I'll hear him and have to look directly at him and like that's it, like I can't hear the TV anymore or anything, or I can't even hear him talking to me and I'm just watching a TV. It depends what my ears pick up. So that also really sucks, not being able to multitask. Sweeping, I don't know why, but I was just not able to sweep at all. Looking down, it just made me super dizzy. Yeah, I think those are the main like big symptoms that I had. And with them, that came like a bunch of different things. So I couldn't like cook, I couldn't like read, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. I literally could not do anything. It was terrible. Things have gotten better though, like significantly better. I definitely have a lot more energy. My dizziness is basically under control, which is awesome because that was like the biggest thing and the biggest issue. I still get dizzy every now and then. If I'm looking at something on TV and it pans too quickly, I get that dizzy feeling again. If we move too quickly in the car, or I'm looking down and like we're moving, like it's kind of like my body doesn't know where it is, so my eyes need to see what's happening and feel what's happening, otherwise I get dizzy. But yeah, like the like constant dizziness is under control. Like I'm not constantly dizzy anymore. It only happens every now and then. I still can't sweep though. I don't know what it is about looking down. Maybe it's the motion or something, but when I do it, like if I spill coffee grinds or something and then I go and I like go to sweep it up, like that makes me dizzy. So I don't know what that is. My working memory is still kind of bad. I almost think it got worse. So like the biggest thing that I struggle with right now, and the reason why I'm doing this video, is communication. So if someone's texting me and Steve says my name or something else is going on, and like I don't text them back like right then and there, that's it. Like I will forget you text me, and I'm so sorry if you've been on the other end of that. It has nothing to do with you. It's just I don't know what it is. Like I can't remember things like that. So working memory, I almost think has gotten worse over the last year. Another thing that I think has gotten worse is multitasking in some areas. In other areas, I think it's gotten better, but in some areas it's gotten worse. Sometimes when I'm watching TV and someone's talking, I can like kind of hear the TV and kind of hear the other person, but then I'll forget what happened on the TV, but at least I can hear it. I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah, in other ways, I think it's gotten worse. We're just like, if someone asks me a question and like someone else is talking while I'm trying to think of the answer, like I won't be able to think of the answer. Like I just need complete silence just so I can think. So I think that's gone worse. Sleeping has gotten better. I'm actually sleeping like a few hours at a time at a night now. I am on medication though, from the neurologist to help me sleep. So I was actually on this medication for a different reason. And when we went to the neurologist, he was like, oh, you're already on these meds. And I was like, well, yeah, but they're for a different reason, a completely different reason. And he was like, well, this is actually something we subscribe or prescribe to people who can't sleep because of head problems. So I'm just gonna up your dosage. So he upped my dosage at nighttime. During the day, I still take the same amount, but at nighttime, I take more to help me sleep. And that has helped quite a bit. But I am sleeping in later. So like I'll go to bed at like 10 and I'll wake up at like between 10 and 12 in the next day. And I don't know if that's my body trying to make up for the months and months and months that I went without sleep. But yeah, it just, I really have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning, like really hard time. So I'm trying to work on that. I still can't read. I have gone better. Well, okay, no, I shouldn't say I can't read. So if there's like, before when I was driving, if there was like a big sign, like McDonald's, for example, like obviously I know what the McDonald's sign looks like, so I know what it was, but I wouldn't be able to read the word McDonald's. Like that's how bad it was. Now when there's like big signs and like individual words, I can read it. It's more when there's a lot of small words or small text and like condensed together that it's still blurry and stuff like that for me. Often, like before, whenever I got a text message from anyone, I would have to get Siri to read it out to me because I wouldn't be able to read it. But now, like, I can read text messages if they're like short and sweet. If it's a long paragraph, first of all, I can't retain knowledge also. That's another thing. I can't, if a lot of information is fed to me at once, like my brain, it just goes in one ear and out the other. Like I can't retain anything from it, which is frustrating. So yeah, if I get a big text message or email or something like that, I won't know what it's saying, first of all. And second of all, I probably won't be able to read it because there's too much information. So that's something that's a little bit frustrating. So I often have to wait till Steve gets home or something and he reads it to me, and then he has to break it down for me and everything because like it's just so much information at once. So that can get a little bit frustrating. So that's something else I'm still struggling with as well. But good things that are happening is now I can do things around the house. I've been upkeeping the housework and stuff like that. I still do get tired from it, but it's not like before where I would have to take an hour nap after making the bed. So yeah, that's gone a lot better. I was able to enjoy my summer somewhat. I was able to go swimming, which was awesome. As long as I could touch the bottom of the pool, I was fine, or the beach or whatever. I was able to enjoy camping and enjoying the outdoors, so it was really nice to be able to enjoy some life again. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with like symptom wise, and um, just what it was like before and where I am at now. So there has been lots of improvement, but there are still some things that I need to work on before I'm better. I'm gonna try my tea again. Hopefully it won't burn myself. Oh, that's way better. So yeah, I also want to talk about my New Year's resolutions. So last year, my New Year's resolution was get back to work, and that did not happen. So that's my New Year's resolution again for this year, is to be able to go back to work. Last year I was pretty determined, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna do it, and I was very disappointed when that didn't happen. So I'm not as like, it's gonna happen this year kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna be open-minded, so I'm not let down. So yeah, that's one thing. Another thing that I want to work on this year is losing some weight. Because I haven't been able to really do anything, and I've just been sitting around for the last year, I gained a little bit of weight, and I definitely like am not in shape anymore. And there's not a lot I can do, because like I might be able to feel good when I'm doing it, but afterwards there could be consequences for the exercises that I do. So I have to be very careful with what I do, especially because I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm definitely going to go on a lot more walks this year, maybe do like some like simple yoga poses or something like that, some stretches, like just simple things. Maybe not sit on the couch as much this year. And eat a lot healthier to like help me with that. Last year I definitely ate out a lot because I just had no energy to cook anything, so I just constantly ordered skip the dishes. So I definitely want to eat a lot healthier and a lot more homemade meals this year and stuff, now that I have that energy again. That's another New Year's resolution. Another one I have for this year is get out of debt. That's actually something that me and Steve have together. A lot of things that happened last year happened spontaneously that made us go into debt. My therapy, which isn't like a bad debt, like it needed to happen, but that was thousands and thousands of dollars that put us into debt. That was out of our own pocket. We did get help for that, but we're still paying that back. And another thing that put us in debt was there was a fire at our old apartment, which I will go into more detail during another video. But we wound up living in a hotel for half a month, and we had to use all of our immediate income to pay for food and pay for living in a hotel, which really sucked. We did eventually get that money back, but we had to pay it up front. So a lot of bills were pushed back, and so we're behind a lot on bills and stuff. So that's another thing that we definitely want to tackle this year. Steve got a second job, so hopefully his main job can pay for like the current bills and just groceries and the upkeep, and his second job will go towards tackling that debt, so we're not as restrained in money as we are now. Yeah, so just going, and also getting diagnosed. I would love to have a diagnosis this year. That would be great. That is another New Year's resolution, is figuring out what is actually wrong with me. So yeah, those are basically my New Year's resolutions: to get out of debt, to lose some weight, to go back to work, and to find out what's wrong with me. I just want to thank you guys again so much for watching and for encouraging me to do this. I appreciate it so much. There wasn't any questions in the comments, so just remember that if you have any questions, or if there's something specific that you want me to talk about, please comment below the video so I can do that for you guys. Please share, please like, please continue to tell me how you feel about these videos. Yeah, I really, really appreciate this, and it means the world to me that I have everyone's support doing this. So yes, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye!